Welcome to Wisely on Bitcoin, where you come for education, analysis, and opportunities in blockchain and crypto. My name is Lucas.
And my name is Ryan.
And we have exciting news to share. Of course, one of our favorite protocols to talk about, and we'll continue to stay abreast, is laying down the crypto secrets with Secret Network, the first, really the pioneer in privacy blockchain, smart contracts on a privacy preserving blockchain. And there's been so much development. They've been around for a while. This last 2021 was great for them with Supernova and the IBC integration. And so if you like staying on top of Secret Network and what they have released, give us a subscribe, thumbs up, all that good stuff, and hit the notification bell. Also, it's not financial advice. It's just educational, entertainment information. We're sharing our research. We're sharing what we love. We encourage you to do your own research, to be your own bank, and drop comments. Let us know about some other projects, because we can only take in so much. There's a lot of things happening that we're not aware of. So we appreciate rising up and learning from each other. With that being said, this is the latest. It's the latest roadmap. January ecosystem roadmap is live. It's the drop from Secret Network. So we just kind of want to walk you through what's there to be so excited about and why you're still early. I mean, if many people in the world of crypto, in fact, they just recently went back in the top 100 market cap on a lot of rankings, but they've been hidden. Most people still think Bitcoin is private. Let's just put it that way.
Right. Yeah. Or if they do think of privacy there, maybe Monero comes to mind, right?
Sure. But what can you do with Monero? First of all, Monero has the inflation bug where people don't know if the original keys can mint, an unlimited supply, which is an issue. So
that's kind of an issue. Yeah.
Big deal. Now, as far as the tokenomics are a lot more solid and sound in that regard, but also it's a smart contract platform. So it's not just, this meant to be.
You're not going to build DeFi on top of Monero.
No, unless it was some really, really painful type of the way they're trying to patch Lightning Network and build things on top of. They're like, well, Bitcoin can do everything Ethereum and these layer ones are doing. It's like, you could put wheels on a horse, but just,
it wasn't made for that.
It wasn't made for that. So, here we go.
So back to Secret.
Back to Secret Network. It was made.
We've had a huge December, right? With the NFT, with these launches of all these different NFT projects, and then with Stashh app.
Yes.
That was January. Was that January? Then to December.
That
was January, beginning of January, right?
That was December. You're right. No,
that was December.
They launched towards the end of December, and there were some NFTs that actually launched before. And there's some really, really, really awesome NFT information regarding Secret Network and Stashh app. So absolutely hit the bell, because we've got some other videos right around the corner to break down on those developments. Yes. Really innovative that you just won't find anywhere else in blockchain. These aren't forks. These are NFTs with completely different utility and dynamics. And there's some exciting things happening in that development. But yes, so you sent me something, Ryan, the other day about some innovative art. Remember that link?
Oh, the AI art generator.
So look at this, where code meets art. The first private by default generative NFT platform, the Big Bang, is now minting. I think this is something similar to that. I think when you go mint it, it's an AI art generator that mints these emergent properties.
That's cool.
And and that's why I believe that it's released. They're taking that technology and it's being built right here on Secret. So those can be minted right now. We mentioned Stashh app. That is the NFT. It's the OpenSea, but does more than that. It's the NFT ecosystem where you can go to the collections. You can scroll down. After it loads, you can scroll down the different collections. Maybe you have to type something in there. They have so many.
The redacted project is a personal favorite.
Yeah, I think it just needs to load, but you can scroll down the collections, and there are many. And what else was I going to say about that? I was going to click on this and maybe just go take take a little quick look to double check
Yeah.
what it is and what you can do right now. So the roadmap and what they're doing. Here we go.
Very cool. While you're looking at that, we can talk a little bit about Sienna Lend. That's also on the roadmap as a upcoming in January. Looks like it's going to be launching, as well as Data Vault and Orban Wars. Well, a Data Vault, this is going to be like a file storage sort of data storage sort of thing.
Mhm.
And then Orban Wars, I believe that's a play to earn NFT gamified game, right? Is that correct?
That's correct. Which way? Orbamores? Yes.
Mhm.
And Metaverse, they've got some really cool graphics and games they're working on. And actually, Domerium, here's some alpha. Domerium Labs is a validator. It's an NFT game development on Secret Network. So it's going to be a really neat game. Outer spacey, I believe, is the theme. But check this out. So you have some secret and you're wondering what you can do. You can stake your secret with Domerium Labs, and you will earn a free NFT or some kind of whitelist or access to the games they're developing. So you can support them directly. Now, I recommend, we're going to do a video shortly on how to stake on Secret Network specifically, and not financial. I recommend doing your research and finding several of them and supporting different ones, because there are a lot of validators that are building and creating value for the network and doing neat things. So
and it doesn't always make sense to choose from the top 10, right? Sometimes it makes sense to go beyond the top 10 and find a few of the ones further down the list, because those are the ones that will sometimes offer more generous airdrops, right? That
I'll even do another alpha drop. Well, maybe I shouldn't. I'll wait
on that.
Yeah, but possibly staking with certain validators can be used to offer utility and services for their networks in the future. And so it's really beautiful.
Not all validators are equal, right?
No. And just think about that from a crypto blockchain perspective versus traditional finance, because we like to look at this as an alternative to current institutions. If people were to ever put their money in a bank and save it, and the bank were to take that money and to diversify it into these accounts, do the people ever get kickbacks and returns for the success of those? No.
Or even a say in where that money goes at all?
But here you can pick the validator, the people that are supporting the strength of the network, and you actually, because you can actually through the blockchain directly get rewarded. It's just some of those unspoken things that many people, when they look at crypto and blockchain, is this kind of like financial investment opportunity. You can look at it that way, but really it's really the building of a new technology, and it's at its early stages. It's a baby. You look at the
and you could also say it's got it's the building of a new institution as well, a new financial institutions,
new relationships, new networks, the security. It's dependent upon people like you who stake. It's decentralized. It's fine. So anyway, you passed over Sienna Lend. That's kind of a big deal. They've been working on that for a long time, and we've talked about that, and we'll talk about it again as it comes out. But I mean, shucks, we got Sienna Swap is not just an exchange, a DEX, an AMM that prevents front running. That means we've omitted front running. For those of you, we should do a front running.
We need to do a whole video on that.
We'll do a whole video on that, because
let's make it clear real fast how that works. So because Secret is a relatively private chain, you're not seeing all the transactions in a public sense. The ability for people, miners who secure the network or validators, the ability for them to front run the transaction, and whether it's through miner extracted value or however, there's various ways. But what they end up doing is getting ahead of you and taking a little fraction of taking a little sliver of your coins, essentially what it is. So you pay a higher price and you get a little less. And the result is, a few people take advantage of the many. Well, Secret, just the entire infrastructure is built to make that sort of thing impossible, or a lot less likely.
That's huge. And those are the reasons why we look at, these macro fundamentals, what you just explained, it's built, it's built into the network that way. It prevents it. And there's a lot of other features with the privacy preserving aspect of secret network that you can't find that you will see have a huge value to decentralized finance, to art, NFTs, to many other applications. So that's cool. Data Vault, not exactly online data vault and ensemble modeling training lessons. Oh, Data Vault Academy, got you. That's cool. So they're building out an educational resource to streamline and to walk people through different protocols. So that's very cool. And we've got Shinobi Protocol onboarding Bitcoin to the secret network. Hello. So imagine this.
Is that a bridge? A private bridge?
A privacy solution, a private bridge. Imagine this. A lot of these people who have Bitcoin, and they are just now waking up to the fact that blockchain technology is one big public ledger, and they don't want weirdos tracking their wallets and
perverts. Yeah,
exactly. So the answer is you can take the Bitcoin, wrap it directly without a third party, using
and
the protocol,
bring it on over to secret,
where you can provide liquidity. You can just leave it in your wallet. You can do so many things with it there, but it's a bridge to bring all of that. And really, Bitcoin's been kind of waiting for something like this for a long time. I mean, there's been
for sure.
Cryptocurrency in general has been waiting for this for a long time. So that's nice to see. That's beautiful. We talked about Domerium Labs,
the Orban Wars game. Yeah.
Okay, so black box mix. It's a mixer. That's interesting. We know our mixers are generally pools like Tornado Cash, where you can put a bunch of crypto into a pool, and because by smart contract, you know how much you put in, whenever you want, you can pull it out. But because it's kept in a pool, people cannot see what you have, for people who are like peering into your public keys. Because the way it's usually worked is anytime you spent or exchanged crypto, people would look at your public key and be able to go look on the chain and see everything and everything. So it's kind of weird. So it's nice to be able, I think mixers, if you think about a bank, many banks were mixers, right? Because I mean, even though they kept a ledger privately, all the funds were kept under the bank, and whenever somebody would come, they could get theirs. So essentially,
and exchanges kind of fill that same. Well, they don't do the same thing in the sense of having this privacy, but it's still a big pool that everybody's money goes into.
Sure. Right. But a mixer is without the impermanent loss risk, because you're able to just put one thing into this big pool, and whenever you'd like, pull it out, which I could imagine, wouldn't it be neat, pardon me, if some of these mixers actually generated a return, like if it by code, if a portion of the mixer was always staked.
That's what I was thinking. Yeah,
you could make it to where a portion was always staked, and that would be pretty neat. Okay, so let's see here. But that
covers what, January, right?
That covers January, but there's also liquid staking. I mean, I'm dropping some stuff. Let's get right into it, because we just walked through. This is the tweet, and we're going to leave all the links below. But let's go to the roadmap right here, and here we go. The January update, and kind of like a little book on tape. I'm just going to power through some of this, and we can kind of see what pops out. So as we return from time away with friends and family, we want to take this opportunity and have the first blog of 2022 look ahead on the wave of growth that is to come. Soon we'll release blogs that recap the secret ecosystem achievements of 2021 and share our vision for 2022 and beyond. But for now, let's recap December and see what Q1 has in store for us all. Okay, December, we saw anticipation with Stashh Marketplace. It launched and it rocked. We saw it. It's there. In fact, we just took you to it. There's Alter Mail.
Mm.
Meanwhile, Alter Mail, which we're going to talk about.
We have
Oh,
an announcement on
we have an
that. Yeah.
announcement for people who like earning free crypto and free opportunities. But Alter Mail, rebranded to Alter. Look, Alter is the first of its kind. I mean, that is sending a message, your keys, your wallet for crypto. Well, your keys, your message. Now it's a network of sending communications to another, whoever else you'd like to, your choice, and no one else being able to come between those messages. So that is huge, huge. I think it's kind of like no one, people, not enough people are talking about this in
Right.
crypto or on YouTube. It's one of the biggest achievements in blockchain right now. It's that as utility and it's functional. It's built on the IBC. It's so anyway, we'll see, but it's early. So they released their version 3. The Polar team have released their Polar contract testing framework to help secret app devs. So there's a lot of cool things helping development for the secret network. Actually, I think at the bottom of this article, they talk about there are a lot of opportunities for looking for developers and grants. So if you're a developer, you know someone who's developer is really into coding and that kind of stuff, there are some full-time and part-time opportunities on this privacy preserving beautiful blockchain. So, okay, looking ahead for the first quarter, we've got stake pool, old project return, more announcements, project updates on Stashh, public mint, and import Alter version 3. Oh, which including chat and other things, I believe. Some projects that shifted their December target date into 2022. Some highlights of January and February include, okay, Dreamscape. It's a mashup between poker and Scrabble in a fully on-chain game. They participated in Hack Atom 6 and plan their first playable version on mainnet in January. Orb of Moors, we talked about that. That's where you can stake with Domerium Labs. Domerium.
Yeah, I think that's right.
We have a video on Jackal, Jackal DAO. So take a look at that. It goes into the details of what they're building out, but this is just an amazing project. Imagine Filecoin with privacy.
And a bunch of services too, right? That they're offering.
That's right. A bunch of services. And if you want to know more about them, check out our video. Stake Easy. This is what I was talking about earlier, liquid staking. So now you can secure a secret network and then you can have some liquidity to that stake, just like they're doing on a lot of blockchains right now. Of course, cool. You take that liquid stake and move it around, then whatever you do with it, you put it at risk. So if you take a liquid stake, you're like, oh, now it's liquid, I can do something with it. Well, if you go lock it up and exchange it for something else, if that something else doesn't do well, you don't go get the liquid stake back. Somebody else does. That's how liquid stakes work.
But so it's a bit like leverage trading, I guess.
A little bit. In that
sense.
It's opening up more liquidity to the network and allowing a lot of that's locked up to secure to go back into at people's own risk.
But you can get liquidated.
You can, but you won't sacrifice the network because it's wrapped, so the network stays secure.
Very cool.
But it allows people their own risk tolerance. Okay, the roadmap in review. This is the 5th consecutive month that we released an ecosystem roadmap, so it's the perfect time for review. First, we want to thank all the contributors for their collaboration and transparency. Without the developers, development teams, and development companies behind all these ecosystem projects, the roadmap would be an empty sheet. Overall, developers gladly participate in the roadmap project, appreciate the level of input they have, and appreciate the option to not have to commit to a timeline when they aren't ready. Okay. On the flip side, they're making improvements to their target dates. They talk about put a realistic target to date on projects, unforeseen ecosystem changes, and dependency on external parties, auditors don't help. But they've made changes to how they're rolling out the roadmap so that they don't over promise and have to keep pushing things back. And they've already implemented those changes. So the roadmap we've just looked at is already one of their more practical, slowed down roadmaps, having taken account to the recent developments in the network. Okay, what's next? As developers, development companies, and as a community, we will never stop building. There are 4, no, there are not. There's more than 4. There are countless use cases unique to Secret Network left to explore. Keep following the official announcements channels like Discord and Twitter. And we talk about that. That's really the main two. And the secret blog to stay up to date with the latest secrets as they are revealed. And follow us and subscribe, because we will be making videos and we will be dropping the tweets on what's going on, the latest with Secret Network. That's definitely a blockchain that we will continue to keep you abreast of the alpha. And what else?
There's some grants. Looks like there's some grants, a grant program for developers.
Yep.
Currently worth over 20 million secret. Wow. Which is over $100 million. Wow. That's a lot of money.
A lot of money.
3 categories for the proposals, secret apps, which is everything that's built on top of Secret Network. Then there's ecosystem, then there's tools to expand secret and improve general usability. There's grants for that. And then there's grants for network improvements or upgrading the network itself. So if anybody has any skills in those 3 domains, then this is an opportunity for sure.
I'm looking to see where on the paragraph. Oh, where is it that it read all the breakdown?
Right underneath Secret Network developer grants. It's the second paragraph. Oh, I'm sorry. It's the first paragraph.
The secret. Oh, secret the categories.
Yeah,
I see it. Cool. Here it is. Yeah, we'll leave all the links below, but a lot of opportunities for different categories. Very cool. Secret.
And we got to talk about secret fellows. We got to mention that too.
We got to mention that. The Secret Foundation Fellow Program. What is it all about?
Well, this is for developers. It's a full-time people who are the idea is to bring in people who want to work, right, and develop on the ecosystem.
What it looks
and you
like.
can apply to become a fellow. So that's cool.
There you go.
This is a full-time position, right?
Full-time position.
Yeah. Full-time
work for the Secret Network. Game on. And why would you want to do that? Well, there's so many reasons. Supporting privacy on the blockchain. I mean, that as what they call a human right. I mean, that functionality I feel is necessary for the health of the ecosystem, really, for the technology,
for the survival of this whole thing,
for survival
long term,
really. Onwards and upwards. Okay, we showed you Stashh. Map of zones, gonna link that. Is it really, hold on, let me come back here. Is that really taken? Maybe if I just refresh the page, and maybe it's because the wallet is not connected, and maybe you have to connect the wallet to get that extra functionality. Because you do. Oh, there you go. No, there you go.
Okay, never mind.
So here we go. Refresh the page. Look, you can see all of these neat, really cool NFTs that are already out there. There's several of these that I'm grateful to have been able, some not, I have not been able to. If you have an extra anons, those seem to be pretty highly sought after. Feel free to drop me a line if you ever would like to send it. Maybe I'll swap it out for like a confidential cat or something. That's like blasphemy. I'm just joking.
That's hilarious.
Just kidding. This is education and humor. But as my mom said, if you don't ask for it, you deserve what you don't get. So absolutely, that when you have that extra add-on, drop me a line. Okay, but really there are some other things that haven't been announced in these NFT categories that are exciting that we're going to be dropping later. Now, free crypto, you want to earn free crypto. We've got some videos. There's a video that talks about Alter, and oh, good, the thumbnail was fixed. So Alter innovates communication. We've talked about it. We walk you through it and explain what you can do, how you can get involved, but we'll also give away a free subscription. So your first free month of Alter, and get your secret ready to stake, because I believe Alter may be launching their own validator node, and I believe there may be some amount of secret that you can stake to automatically pay for your automatic monthly. It's like a free membership. It's like stake a chunk and get a free private messaging service. So
that's huge.
That's still, you know, that's not even alpha. That's like before.
It's not beta.
That's before Let There Be Light. That's like before the
Right.
spoken. That's just kind of
Alpha,
still,
alpha.
right. But here we go. So, and yeah, if you want to know how you can win, okay, you have to follow this tweet, the Twitter at wise_Bitcoin. And there is a tweet. And on this tweet, there is a rule. Follow and you just click the retweet. You tag 3 friends. Very common thing. I've been doing this. And then you like and comment the YouTube video below. Now, this is the alpha. I'm showing you. Here's the link. It's going to take you right to this video. So you're going to come to this video and you're going to like it. Have I even liked the video yet? I hope so. Shucks. It's a great video. Look, I just liked it. So you're going to like the video and you're going to, the instructions, I'm walking you through the instructions. Include your Twiddledum, include your Twitter handle and a thoughtful comment. And so that's what you're going to do. You're going to say thoughtful my Twitter handle. And then plus I love privacy and being able to tell grandma I love her without the big bad wolf reading our messages. Okay. That's basically say something thoughtful because there's nothing random about this. I'm going to make a thoughtful choice. So that's it. If you're like, I live in a country right now where the survival of my family depends upon sending a private message, I will talk and maybe try to get 2 subscriptions. That's what I'll, we'll see. That's how not random this is. But yeah, that's the alpha on the secret network roadmap, what they've got going on, how innovative the projects have been already. And it's an exciting time to be a part of it. They've been around for a few years. It's not a fly by night. It's not something brand new. And you can see what it's linked up to. Looking at Shinobi, connecting to Bitcoin. I mean, Bitcoin.
That's huge.
That's a pretty big network in the world of blockchain and crypto.
And the fact that Cosmos is building bridges to the EVM world and Ethereum.
Yeah.
So this whole ecosystem is really just adding all kinds of value. I think it's still really early, and this will potentially could be a year where we see a lot of big things happening just for all these protocols.
Yep, absolutely. And you see this little S right here, not so little. That secret is the privacy blockchain smart contract layer that's connected to Juno, that's connected to DV. It's really it's going to start making connections to a lot of these throughout the map of zones. So
right.
You know what to do if you like this kind of stuff and where to go for the latest and greatest. That's about it, right, brother?
That's it. Catch us on the flip.
Till the next time, have a beautiful day and namaste, y'all.